What's going on, guys? Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel. In today's video we're going to be doing technical analysis on the Bitcoin price, and the topic is going to be, is this the end of this correction, or we're going to see deeper correction of 40% that we discussed about wave 4 Elliott theory. So we need to cover this. If this correction is done, where is it done actually, and if it's not, how deep can we go? And I'm about to show you on the charts where are those targets, so stick to us until the end of this video. I'm gonna try to be specific and fast as I can. Happy Monday, happy new week, and now let's begin. So the first thing first, as you can see over here, this gray area is the area that we predicted in one of our videos, which is over here. Will Bitcoin give us a chance to buy cheaper? You need to watch this video also. It's very important. If you're new over here, we predicted on this gray area in that video there is going to be some sort of our top formation, and how we did it. Actually, you can see in that video we did it with Fibonacci levels retracement. Very simple. Make sure to check it out. But today we're going to see if we actually topped. So we predicted some sort of a top exactly, almost exactly, let's say, because we went a little bit overextended over that area. We're going to try to predict if this is the correction of wave 4, how we should know that, and if it's not, did we actually bottom out in this correction, and should we see the next bounce in the next period or so. So the first thing that we need to mention, this area that we predicted has been a little bit broken to the upside, and the most important thing that you need to remember into the Bitcoin bull market, on the 1 daily chart, if we get back on the 2017 bull market, you can see that the Bitcoin was respecting 20 exponential moving average with big bounces from it and climbing to the upside. The same thing Bitcoin is actually doing now. As you can see, if we come back into the live version over here, what you can see is again bounces to the upside until we reached our target over here where we are right now. So it seems like that this bounce is going to happen maybe again. So what this basically means is, if we bounce from 20 exponential daily moving average today, you know, if we close above this moving average today or even tomorrow, then we most probably going to see again higher high, which will lead us over here to bounce and see higher high, as we did over here, as we did over here almost, and as we did over here, and many times before into the some bull rally. Now, what if the Bitcoin closes below this 20 exponential moving average? Where is the drop? In this video that I already showed you, you need to watch that video. We discussed about correction, when the Bitcoin may actually correct, how we got this zone over here. You need to watch that video. So after that zone, if we decline, as it seems like that we are declining over here with this top, if we close below 20 exponential moving average over here, how deep should we see the Bitcoin price, you know, if the Bitcoin will actually give us that chance to buy cheap? We discussed about Elliott theory, and Elliott theory wave 4 is actually corrective way in the price in any asset, and it seems like that the Bitcoin could correct 30 to 40% very easily, and I do believe that could be 40 to 41%, and I'm about to show you why. Now, some conditions needs to be met in order to see such a thing, and that's breaking of market structure, which I truly believe that's this zone over here, or $30,000 over here. And also you need, it would be very good to see also bearish divergence with our indicators over here. You need to see multiple time frames indicators showing us bearish divergences in order to see corrective way, you know, to be sure that yes, we are going into the wave for correction, which could lead us to 30 to 40% correction into that time. Now, if we zoom in a little bit over here, you can see that on daily chart we are still not having any sort of a bearish divergences whatsoever, but nevertheless, as you can see on the MACD over here, we are starting to correct over here. You know, the histogram is showing us some weakness in the market over here, and also those moving averages are trying to cross each other onto the bearish side into the corrective way, right? So this could be one of the reason for correction also. Now, another reason over here you can see on the 1 hourly chart, because on the lower time frames, yes, we actually seeing some bearish divergence. You're not seeing maybe right now, but if you switch from the 1st January over here, actually 4th January, I'm sorry, all the way to now, you can see that over here we do have higher low and over here lower low, while the price is showing totally opposite, which means we over here we have lower low and over here we have the lower high. The same thing applies on the 4-hourly chart over here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the same thing you can see on the 4-hourly chart. Now the only good thing for that correction to be shown on the chart is on 1 daily chart, and that's the bearish divergence again, which we are still not seeing, but that's not very important for that correction. The important is to break this structure. Now, one of the reasons why we should believe that this structure should break is, as you can see, the pattern that is forming on exactly those levels that we predicted where the Bitcoin may actually top. In this video, again, you need to watch this video. As you can see over here, we are seeing some sort of a head and shoulders pattern, which means we have one shoulder over here, we have the head, but in this case scenario we are still not seeing any formation of the other shoulder. So we need to see something like this at least in order to see breaking the market structure, and then we should go towards $24,500, and I'm about to show you why. So first reason, as you can see, we had one of the stop before breaking those $24,500, and as you can see, Bitcoin had some struggle around this area before it broke towards those levels that we are on right now. So as you can see, this is some sort of a level and support that the Bitcoin could get after we see breaking this zone that I already mentioned and 20 exponential moving average. So in order to see those levels, you know, bigger possibility to see those levels, we need to see, as I mentioned, breaking 20 exponential moving average, some other moving averages also, and also this zone that we predicted that should be the top, which in this case scenario almost is. Even so, we went a little bit above. That's why you need to watch this video again over here. Now the second reason, if you measure over here, this should be 40% of wave 4 also, and if you measure with this measurement over here, you can see 40% again corrective wave. Of course it could be 30, 35, 40, but somewhere approximately around that area we may see Bitcoin pull before we see much bigger wave to the upside, you know, breaking those highs over here. Now, one more reason for retracement on exactly $24,000 or $24,500 level of support is the Fibonacci level. If you draw Fibonacci level over here on the chart, which is the tool that could help you to determine level of resistance or support of the Bitcoin in some rallies or the dumps, as you can see, 0.786% of retracement over here stands exactly on $24,000, ladies and gentlemen. And if you zoom in, this blue line is matching up exactly on our levels that we predicted. This is weekly chart. If we switch to the daily chart, you can see the same thing. This is the levels that the Bitcoin is aiming right now. If, again, I'm mentioning, if we break 20 EMA and this zone of retracement over here. Now, if that's not enough, as you can see over here, we brought the simple moving averages, and as you can see, the 50 simple moving average is standing exactly on that area that we marked. So if we see Bitcoin pull back towards those areas, you can see it maybe actually stop, because this is one more multiple level of support that could hold the Bitcoin before we see much higher prices. So this is one more reason why we may actually see $24,000 easily. Now, if you thought that's it, well, guess what? It's not. We have one more reason why we may see Bitcoin on that area, and that's 20 weekly exponential moving average. And as you can see, 20 weekly exponential moving average is still not yet on $24,000, but as you may know, wave 4 could last some weeks over here, so this moving average could actually be on $24,000 before we see crash, or let's say correction towards $24,000. So the next week or the next 2 weeks, we may actually see this moving average going towards $24,000, standing there, catching weekly price on the weekly chart over here of the Bitcoin, and we may actually see the bounce. So we have multiple level of supports that catch us on $24,000 for correction of 40%, which could fulfill our wave 4 and bring us to much higher prices as $50,000, $60,000 and God knows where. But for now, let's stick to our theory, since we managed to somehow predict over here with this video over here that you need to watch, the stop of the Bitcoin if we may actually see that correction. As I told you, we need to see breaking up market structure, which could be 20 exponential moving average together with this gray zone over here. You need to remember that before we even predict this $24,000, we need to see breaking level of supports and bearish divergences still standing on the indicators. Now I think this is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. We will cover other assets as Ethereum, some trades, Chainlink and everything, but for now Bitcoin for Monday is pretty good. We're going to cover much more news, Apollo currency and everything that we are covering on this channel. If you like this sort of a content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos, and until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.